What's going on, family? Welcome to the show. Today is Saturday, the 8th of April, and it is my wife's birthday. So by the time you guys are seeing this, we have already said happy birthday and stuff like that. Anyway, we're talking watches today. I go by the name of Trap Vision 3D, TV 3D for short. Welcome to the show. Here, I love talking about watches. Today, we're going to be talking about Invicta community, the Invicta community. And today I just want to talk about, like that love for the Invicta brand. And there's so many different people that I've met, that I've come across. There's so many different Facebook groups that host Invicta, Invicta Worldwide, Invicta Holics, Invicta 757. I've said this before, Invicta Cruises. There's tons of them, right? But one thing is a common is the wrist shot, the wrist roll. And people absolutely love displaying their watches. And this is something that I definitely respect and love about the Invicta community is their love for the watches. I have a saying, it all started with a watch. It all started, like the conversations that I've seen behind the watches, the family vibe, people trading numbers and going to different cities and things of that nature. Man, it is amazing the amount of love that people have, from collecting this. It's like their own subcategory. It's almost like when you look across YouTube, right, and you watch your favorite YouTuber, you've watched them talk about different watches from your Rolexes, from your Squales, and whatever. I'm just using micro brands versus big brands. Whatever the brand that you identify with or love, that you see, the Invicta community kind of rolls in a bubble parallel to these other ones, man. And like I said, it's almost like, remember, there was a show. What was that Christmas story where it was the land of misfit toys? Was that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Somebody put my memories. I'm getting older. But anyway, and I love how this community. I mean, because I got a relationship with my man Vic. Which, speaking of which, this is like shots from his page, right? This right here is his love, and if you go on his Instagram page, there's I don't know if there's maybe 1,700, 2,000 posts of watches, right? Invicta watches, and that is his expression of what he loves, And I know he's a Marvel, Star Wars, Disney fan, especially Disney. Collects a lot of Disney stuff, but like you'll see his watches all over the place, man. You'll see his passion. His wife, you should see. Oh, I just found out something about his wife that she likes to collect, right? But that's just the beauty of it, is because I've said this before on the channel. Invicta is a gateway. I don't want to say the word. I don't want to see that word. It's just a gateway into other watches. Case in point, my watch of the day, or for right now, because I'm going to change. My watch of right now is a Man of War, and it is a oversized piece. So I think it's 54 millimeters, but look at the cushion case, right? You see that? You see the crown? What does that remind? Oh, like I ain't never been on YouTube. What does that remind you of? I am going to own one. I don't know if I'm going to get the Radium Mirror. I may get the Radium Mirror because I just saw it at Basel World, but I'm not. Did I say Basel World? Tripping. Well, but the Panerai was the one that had my attention the most. But that's just a testament to Invicta. Now, I have to say that the rabbit hole just gets so much deeper. It is so crazy. But this is one thing I absolutely love, and I definitely enjoy watching people enjoy their watches. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is, for me, I absolutely love it. I'll tell you what, Invicta Ryan, a couple years ago, I received this watch from Invicta Ryan. He sent this out. This is a gift from Invicta, right? Shop HQ. I don't know if they had anything to do with it, but I know Ryan hits me up, and I'm just going to say this is from Ryan, right? He's a representative of Invicta. This, in turn, I actually posted this on a short, and a lot of people responded to it, good, bad, or indifferent. And the biggest thing about this watch is my wife looked at it, and my wife wasn't even into watches, and she ended up getting the female versions of that watch, right? So now my wife and I, as if we got so many different connections with each other, me and my wife, but this is something that she adopted, you know, this love. She saw my love for the watch and see how I interact with in the Invicta community, and we just go. But there's so many different people that have showcased their watch collection, their addiction to it, and they absolutely love it. But there's one word that really, you know, when I think about it, you know what I'm saying, the word alternative. What's the alternative to this watch? Because this is a conversation that, you know, Invicta on YouTube is referred to as a homage company, and it's a alternative to something else, and that happens, you know, like the Pro Divers, right? Homage to the Rolex, and it's an alternative to having a Rolex and stuff like that. But what if it isn't? What happens when that collector sees a Pro Diver, right? Falls in love with it, and that's their watch, their go-to watch. And then they find out, they're like, hey, that watch, what is that? That's a Rolex? That looks just like my Pro Diver. That happens on a regular basis. More than what YouTube says, because YouTube, I guess it becomes solidified when a big time, when you see the number versus the person that's been on, you know, TGV or whoever, when you see their name, their face, their legend on YouTube, and they say this is a homage to this, that, and the other, you can't assume that everybody's seen it, because there's some people that don't even frequent YouTube. They've heard of it possibly, but they don't even watch it. So to that person, that watch is an original. You know what I'm saying? Until proven. And even if you do say, hey, no, Rolex was doing this before this and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, there's still an Invicta, bro. Like, Rolex copied. Invicta's been out longer. You know, I mean, the argument, it can be an argument. But then again, it may not be an argument to that person because you can't change. So the word alternate, I really don't like it, because I feel like, and there's a thing about feelings, but in my opinion, a person's watch collection is their own. That's their interpretation of what they like. And sometimes your feelings do change when it comes to watches. Right now, I'm going through a phase, right? I'm learning so many different things, and you know, the latest videos, I've been going to jewelry stores and ADs and finding out more about different watches, and I definitely I enjoy it. I really enjoy it, you know, and that doesn't take me away from anything else. That actually just deepens the rabbit hole. So I have a lot of people to blame for that. I mean, a lot of people. The list is getting deep. And if you're watching this, I guarantee you, if you're watching this, and I've talked to you before, you're part of the problem. You are a part of why this rabbit hole is getting deeper. You are. I can't even say especially who. Like if I had to put somebody at the top of the list, though, there's two people that I could, matter of fact, three. There's three people that I could put at the top of the list for the enabling, the encouragement of other watches. And there's three people that y'all know who you are. Magnum Vic. Huge enabler. DK from Semicon Watch Reviews, or Semicon Watch Enthusiast, whatever his flavor of the month is. Last but not least, Dave D, the source. Yes, sir. Yes. You, my friend. Hold up. Is this thing on? You, my friend, are one of the biggest enablers out there. You have encouraged my desire for the micro brand and going after different watches and stuff like that. So y'all, let's give it up for Dave D. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? The man with a million watches. Now, of course, there are so many other people, but I'll be here all day trying to explain to you guys how many people have enabled me. But you know what? All I'm going to say is this. I'm going to leave you guys with this. My final thoughts. With Trap Vision 3D. Got a nice ring to it. No, but seriously, you've heard this time and time again. Vic and I have done a bunch of themes on Instagram, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see we had a Enjoy Your Watch Week, or Most Worn Pieces, or Star Wars, or whatever the case was. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had an Aragon Week where that's all we wore was Aragon pieces. I'm enjoying. I really love the watches. I love what comes with it. I mean, absolutely love what comes with it, man. I listen, and not even trying to name drop, man, but honestly, I still look at that video of when the Urban Gentry came to Indiana, and you guys, I don't know if I even expressed it enough, but when I was there at Moya Jewelers with him, I talked to him briefly. I didn't even talk to him that as much as I would like to. I've talked to more other collectors than I did him, right? He was the star attraction, right? But it was like that went out the window, and it was all about the watch. I mean, Norcan, right? This is a card that I received there. A few weeks later, I'll go to Reese Nichols, the jury lady. She has watches. And my desire for watches have taken me down so many different avenues and paths. And I hope that you're going down some paths that identifies who you are. You know what I'm saying? You enjoying your watches and just loving the overall. I mean, just having a passion for new watches. And we're going to make some mistakes. We're going to spend, you know what I'm saying? I would recommend that you watch some videos so you don't have to make a couple of mistakes. Please go watch Not a Watch Snob, and as he lists some of the mistakes that he made. And I mean, I made a lot of mistakes. I bought more than what I should have bought and ignored some of the other stuff. That's why, like right now, I still have, dude, my Invicta collection is second to none because it's mine. It is mine. I absolutely enjoy and love. This is a very unique piece, right? I enjoy my watches. Enjoy. But it just opens up the gateway. That again, kudos to the designers over at Invicta. Kudos to those that showcase it on Shop HQ. You guys do an amazing job. But the biggest celebration or award goes to those of you that post on a regular basis. Those you guys that have the beautiful wrist shots, man, the Kimones, the Dave D's. I know you don't see Dave D on social media. I get to, see his watches that he shows, but there's a number of you guys that are posting on a regular basis that keep me involved, in love, enthralled, whatever words you want to use. Use whatever. Take it and run with it, man. But you have to enjoy. Please do not lose that excitement for collecting. I don't care what brand it is. I don't care. Let's continue to enjoy. Let's continue to lift each other up, man. Scratch what somebody else said, because the evil that is keyboard gangsters, don't let it affect the way you collect. Until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed.